On their first morning as a married couple, Jungkook and Wan lie next to each other in bed, maintaining a slight distance but facing each other. Wan wakes up early as her habit from the days of running a tight schedule at the hostel. She used to getting early to clean the house and prepare breakfast for the twins before they had to work. This morning, however, everything feels new and different. Seeing Jungkook up close for the first time fills her with a mix of wonder and nervousness. She's never been this close to a man before. Jungkook, while aware of Anne's innocence, understands that she might be anxious about their new life together. He's ready to give her time, but he also needs to address the physical aspect of their relationship. While sits up preparing to leave the bed, she feels uncomfortable staying in the same room with Jungkook while she's awake. Where are you going? Jungkook, who is still thick with sleep, makes her jump. Flustered, Wan looks up at him. There's something undeniably endearing and attractive about Jungkook's sleepy morning expression. Downstairs to cook, she stammers, trying to avoid meeting his gaze. Jungkook shakes his head. No, stay, it's too early. Wan protests, feeling an urgent need to escape. No, I have to go. Oppa, otherwise you will get late. As Wan tries to stand, Jungkook stops her. He gently pulls her back down onto the mattress. No need. You're not servant anymore. You're my wife, and my wife doesn't need to leave the bed and her husband this early. Wan's face turns red at his words. But Oppa, Jungkook interrupts softly. I've given you permission to call me Oppa when we didn't have a relationship. But now that we are married, you can call me by my name or Jagya. Wan hesitates, unsure of what to say, overwhelmed by his proximity and her own nervousness. She simply hums in response. She lies back down, closing her eyes, trying to calm her racing heart. Jungkook notices her closing her eyes and decides to act. He wraps his arm around her waist and pulls her closer. One more thing, he says, his voice warm and gentle. Don't try to stay away from me. We are a couple now, so now cuddling is mandatory. While still feeling unsure, places her hand tentatively on his bicep. She's used to following his lead without questioning, but this new intimacy feels overwhelming. Jungkook helps by her pulling her face into his chest and hugging her tightly. His embrace leaves her no choice but to hold on to his shirt. Jungkook smiles, satisfied with the closeness. Perfect. Now I'm going to sleep. If you try to leave me alone in bed, I won't talk to you. Okay? I'll wake you up. Wan notes her voice, a soft hum of agreement as she adjusts her position. Jungkook falls back to sleep within minutes while Wan lies awake, unable to rest despite her exhaustion. She knows she needs to get used to this new reality. Jungkook is her husband now, and this closeness is something she must come to accept and embrace. Jungkook finally leaves her and she heads straight to the kitchen to prepare breakfast. As she works, Jungwon, who's already in the hall, comes into the kitchen to have some fun at Wan's expense. Wan, focused on chopping vegetables, doesn't notice Jungwon until she feels a sudden embrace from behind. Startled, she almost drops the knife as Jungwon wraps her arm around Wan. Jungwon's voice is soft and playful as she whispers in Wan's ear, "Relax, baby, it's me, Jungwon. How was your night?" Good, she manages to reply, trying to stay focused on her cooking despite her growing discomfort. Jungwon hands travels up Wan's body, tightening around her waist as she leans in closer. Did he touch you here last night? Did he handle your curves well? Wan blushes deeply, trying to maintain her composure. Annie, please sit there and let me cook, she says, trying to redirect the conversation. She isn't aware of the Jungwon's intention and doesn't know that Jungwon is simply taking a playful revenge on Jungkook, who used to tease Jungwon girlfriends in the similar manner back in America. Jungwon, not taking the hint, continues, "Come on, Wan, tell me what happened between you two." Before Wan can respond, Jungkook rushes into the kitchen, visibly upset. He quickly intervenes, pulling Jungwon away from Wan and out of the kitchen. Jungkook, his tone serious, confronts Jungwon. "What were you doing?" Jungwon smirks, clearly enjoying the situation. "Someone's jealous, huh?" Jungkook, maintaining his serious demeanor, responds, "I am serious, Jungwon. Is she safe with you? Can I leave her alone with you?" Jungwon replies, "Of course, Jungkook. I wasn't serious. I just wanted to tease you. Remember how you used to do the same with my girlfriends?" Jungkook face tightens. "Well, she's my wife, Jungwon. Plus, she's very young. Even I, her husband, am careful to make her uncomfortable." You went straight to hugging her. Jungwon shrugs. "Well, if her husband doesn't, someone has to." Jungkook's tone grows more inconsistent. Jungwon, he wants, using her name to emphasize his point. "I'm married now. She's my wife, and I don't want you to be touchy with her. Understand?" Jungwon says, fine, I won't, but remember if I get married, you won't flirt with or touch my wife. Jungkook agrees, I won't, I'll treat her like my sister, but promise me you will treat her like your little sister from now on. Jungwon nods thrilled. Jungkook then says, wait in the car, I'll be right out. Jungwon raises an eyebrow, wait, are you coming to the office with me? Aren't you going on your honeymoon? Jungkook shakes his head. Couples who have romantic relationships go on honeymoons. We don't have that between us. Besides, today is a crucial day. I'm taking over the CEO's position. Jungwon acknowledges this and walks out of the office. Jungkook turns to the hall and addresses Wyan. Wyan, we're heading out. We'll have breakfast at the office. Don't worry. And when I come back, I want to see you ready. I've planned a dinner for us tonight. Remember 8 p.m. Wyan notes, taking his words as a command. Jungkook leaves with a smile, looking forward to their evening together. As the evening falls, Jungkook enters the house with excitement, expecting to find Wyan ready for their dinner date. However, his enthusiasm quickly fades when he sees her in her old maid dress mopping the floor. She has spent the entire day cleaning the large house, completely forgetting about their plans. Wyan, Jungkook calls out coldly, and she immediately stands up, leaving the mop on the ground. The tension is palpable. Jungkook once stutters, nervous under his disapproving gaze. What did I tell you? Jungkook's voice is sharp and filled with frustration. Wyan's face pays as she realizes her mistake. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me 5 minutes, please. Jungkook shakes his head. No, stay and mop. It's important, he says firmly before turning and walking upstairs to their room. Wyan stands there unsure of what to do. She's torn between finishing her course and following him. Jungwon, who has been observing from the sidelines, step in. Stay, Jungkook advises, walking past her toward her room. Jungkook is very dangerous when he's mad. Wyan hesitates but decides to finish her work. She completes the mopping, prepared dinner for everyone, and sits at the dining table waiting for Jungkook and Jungwon to arrive. But only Jungwon appears, inform her that Jungkook will have his dinner in his room and that she cannot bring it for him. Feeling defeated, Wyan's father takes the dinner up to Jungkook, leaving Wyan alone at the table. She sits quietly, the weight of evening events sinking in as she waits for everyone to finish their meals. Jungkook, clearly agitated, sits on the edge of his bed engrossed in a book. He hears a soft knock at the door and watches as Wyan's father graciously enters, carrying a tray of food. The father, feeling the weight of Jungkook's anger, is visibly nervous despite its pain. As he places the food on the bedside table, he stares at him. Jungkook's irritation surfaces. If you want to say something, say it, sir, otherwise leave. He commands his tone sharply, as although he adds sir to his words, his frustration makes her respect him hollow. Wyan, father trembling slightly, look at Jungkook. Son, did Wyan do something wrong? Why are you angry at her? Why don't you go and ask her, sir? Jungkook responds, his tone laced with bitterness. The addition of sir is an attempt to soften the harshness of his words, but it fails to hide his displeasure. Wyan, father stuttered. See, she doesn't know. Jungkook laughter is a mix of disappointment and frustration. She doesn't know. Wow, great. He escapes, feeling the weight of his frustration. Your daughter doesn't give a damn about this marriage. I planned a dinner date, but she forgot all about it while I was thinking about it all day. Wyan, father tried to defend her. She was cleaning. She hadn't time to clean. Jungkook interrupts, his voice tinged with anger. Yeah, cleaning is more important than her husband. And forget about her. I'm your daughter's husband. Do you guys even understand that you are not servants anymore? Your daughter married me, but it seems that doesn't matter to either of you. She married me just for this house, nothing else. I was fool thinking I could make her my wife to her. Seeing Jungkook's anger and realizing the gravity of the situation, Wyan's father hurries to leave the room. I'll make her understand, he promises, trying to escape the tense atmosphere. But just before he exits, Jungkook's final words stop him in his tracks. Tell her to sleep in her room. I don't need her anymore. Jungkook shakes quietly. The next morning, you feel a mix of anxiety and determination. Despite trying to follow everyone's advice to make things right with Jungkook, the outcome isn't what you hope for. You woke up early preparing Jungkook's favorite dishes, ramen and tteokbokki, hoping this will make him happy. However, when he comes downstairs, he barely glances at you and walks straight out of the door, leaving you standing there with a sad expression. Jungwon, sitting at the breakfast table, notices your look and asks, is he still angry with you? You sigh, feeling the weight of the situation. Annie, I don't know what to do, make him start talking to me. I've done everything he asked for. Jungwon eyebrows furrow. You know, not realizing that this would further upset Jungkook. Yes, Jungwon looks frustrated. Do you even know No husband wine. You respond eagerly, thinking that you have to grasp on his preferences. Ramen in the backyard is favorite. Jungwon shakes her head. But did it help? No. Didn't he even acknowledge it? Look at all the dishes you prepared for him. You hum sadly, feeling defeated. Jungwon continues, her voice softening. It means Jungkook needs something else from you. You ask, puzzled. What? Jungwon looks at you with a mix of exploration and empathy. Oh my goodness, Wan, you're still clueless. He wants love, effort. He wants to know that you are invested in this marriage. Do you want this to work? Or you are okay with having the house? Do you want to make him feel like he's not just a means to an end? Your heart races. Jungwon nods approvingly. Then you need to do what every wife does. You need to show him affection. I'm not saying you should go and have with him right now. Take your time, but at least kiss him. Make him feel that you are also invested in this marriage. Let him know that you didn't just marry him for the house. He's a good person, a gentleman. You swallow hard. The idea of being with Jungkook feels overwhelming. I will tell him when he will come home. Jungwon encourages you. Why not now? Come to the office with him. You hesitate, but suddenly, come on, Ryan. He must be thinking about you. I know my brother. Go and him show that he is important to you as well. In the office, Jungwon is wrestling with his frustration. He paces back and forth, muttering to himself, "Stop thinking about her, Jungkook. She doesn't care. She married you just to live in your house, not in your heart. She doesn't consider you her husband. So stop dreaming about making a family with her. His heart doesn't listen, though it keeps yearning for you." Meanwhile, you arrive at the office feeling nervous. Seeing Jungkook standing by the window with his back to you only increases your anxiety. You contemplate running away, but Jungkook from grip on your waist calls you. Your tomorrow will never come if you keep avoiding him. Jungkook says, pushing you gently toward Jungkook. You need to tell him now. What should I say? I don't have words, you reply, feeling overwhelmed. I don't know, Jungkook says, giving you a final push into the room, causing Jungkook to turn around in surprise. When Jungkook's voice is a mix of surprise and curiosity. He wasn't expecting you. I'm sorry for yesterday. It's okay, Jungkook says, giving you a small faint smile before sitting down at his desk and start to type on his laptop. He's happy to see you, but he doesn't want to appear too eager. You want to say much, but the words won't come. Nervous and shy, you stand there feeling clueless. After a couple of minutes of your silence, Jungkook closes his laptop with a sigh. Why did you come here? Just to stand there like a statue? No, I brought breakfast for you. You didn't need right. You rushed to the desk, plating the food. Jungkook's expression remains indifferent. Although he loves the food you cook, he's more interested what you want to say. Jungkook asks, are you feeding me as my wife or as my servant? Just to be clear so that I don't assume things. You step in at his direct question. You glance between the food and Jungkook, who is waiting for your response. Unable to articulate your feelings, you take a small portion of rice and hold it up to his mouth. Jungkook looks at you puzzled. What do I do? You blush deeply, managing to shake it from your wife's hand, and the embarrassment makes your voice tremble, but it also brings a smile to Jungkook's face. Are you sure you're my wife, not my servant? Jungkook says, his tone soft. Are you not blushing furiously? Jungkook prompts, look at me and say it. You meet his gaze, then quickly look away. I am your wife. Jungkook eyes soften. I'll eat when you promise me that you will give time to me, not just to your house calls. Your priority should be your husband. You would vigorously promise. Jungkook takes the rice from your hand and you watch him eat, feeling a mix of relief and nervousness. Just then, Jungkook's voice comes from outside, making you race. Come on, guys, kiss now. Jungkook rolls his eyes and stands up, walking to the door. Give us some privacy, he says, closing it behind him. He returns to you, noticing the fear in your eyes about the prospect of a kiss. I won't kiss you, don't worry, Jungkook says reassuringly. I know you'd need time to get used to my touch. I'm ready to wait, but please don't ignore me. Come to me whenever I get mad, okay? I am desperate for your attention, not just for this. He gestures towards the food. You know, feeling a mix of hope and apprehension. Cook sits back down, finally able to enjoy the meal you prepared. As he eats, he feels reassured that the relationship has potential. It's just a matter of patience and he's willing to wait as for lingers. Tiffany says